What if I told you this breakfast burrito packs 55 grams of protein for just under 600 calories? It's filled with beef, fluffy eggs, and a creamy avocado sauce that tastes illegal for the macros. Oh, yes. Today we're making breakfast burritos. Not only do they taste delicious, but they're also perfect for meal prep, insanely filling, and freezer safe. We're starting with 10 whole eggs. Crack them into a bowl and gently mix them until just combined. No salt yet, and yes, that's on purpose, not an oversight. Salting eggs too early can actually mess with the protein structure and make them watery instead of fluffy. Set these aside for now. They'll have their moment. A stainless steel pan goes on medium-high heat, and we're letting it get properly hot. To test it, add a few drops of water. If they bead up and dance around, you're good to go. This means the pan surface is hot enough to prevent sticking through the Leidenfrost effect. Science aside, this just means your beef won't weld itself to the pan. Light spray of cooking oil, and let's add the beef. In goes 800 grams of lean ground beef. That's about 1.7 pounds. We're spreading it out and letting it sit untouched for a minute to develop a crust. Color equals flavor, and flavor equals happiness. If you stir too early, you're steaming the meat instead of browning it. So just let it do its thing and trust the process. No helicopter parenting. Once the beef has color, we add the spices. Smoked paprika, cumin, onion powder, garlic powder, oregano, and thyme. Finish off with some salt and pepper. These spices bring warmth and depth. Stir everything through and let the spices toast for about 30 seconds. Toasting spices wakes them up and makes the flavor way more intense. Your kitchen should smell amazing right now. Next, add one 400-gram can of diced tomatoes, or 14 ounces. Followed by a little water from the can to grab all the leftover bits. Let this simmer for 2 to 3 minutes until slightly reduced. The acidity from the tomatoes balances the richness of the beef perfectly. Once done, set it aside and keep the pan. We're not finished with it. Lower the heat, add 14 grams of butter, 1 tablespoon, and let it melt gently. We're using the same pan on purpose because all that leftover flavor matters. Stainless steel isn't ideal for eggs, but the flavor payoff is worth it. You can absolutely use non-stick if you prefer. No judgment here. For creamy scrambled eggs, stir slowly and continuously. Use a spatula and scrape the bottom, letting soft curds form. If the eggs cook too fast, pull the pan off the heat briefly. Eggs keep cooking even after the heat is off, so don't chase fully done. We want them just shy of finished. That's how you avoid dry eggs and morning disappointment. Now we season with salt and pepper right at the end. This keeps the eggs tender and properly seasoned. Take the pan off the heat and add 100 grams of light shredded cheddar, 3.5 ounces. Residual heat melts the cheese perfectly without overcooking the eggs. Cheese is optional, but yes, it's included in the macros. For the sauce. And by the way, this is the easiest sauce you'll ever make. Everything goes straight into a blender. Or in my case, I just use a stick blender in a tall container. Avocado gives creaminess while packing in heart-healthy monounsaturated fats. Greek yogurt boosts the protein and adds a probiotic punch. 1 teaspoon of honey gives that sweet little kick, acting as a natural energy source. And lime juice cuts through the richness perfectly while providing a hit of vitamin C. A pinch of salt and pepper, and we're ready to go. Blend until smooth and adjust thickness with milk if needed. Too thick? Add milk. Too thin? Add yogurt. Congratulations, you made a sauce that feels indulgent but behaves responsibly. Each burrito gets an equal portion of beef and eggs. As always, consistency matters. Lay everything side by side so it rolls evenly. Add a generous drizzle of sauce, but don't drown it. Fold the sides in, roll tight, and keep tension as you go. A tight roll prevents blowouts, and nobody wants that. Also, if you're enjoying this, consider liking and subscribing. No pressure, but also pressure. You can wrap these now, but crisping them takes things to another level. Place all burritos on a baking tray and lightly spray them with oil. Bake at 200 degrees Celsius, 400 degrees Fahrenheit for 10 to 15 minutes until golden. Wrap each burrito tightly in foil. Foil-wrapped burritos store beautifully. 4 days in the fridge or up to 3 months in the freezer. To reheat, unwrap and microwave, or oven bake straight from frozen. These hold up incredibly well. Perfect for busy mornings or lazy evenings. Each burrito clocks in at around 590 calories with 55 grams of protein. That's insane for how filling these are. They're creamy, beefy, crispy, and pure satisfaction. If you want more meals like this, there's another video waiting right here. I'll see you in the next one.